Hello everyone, I am Sayukta and I welcome you all to this session of Verbal Ability. Our today's topic of discussion is Subject-Verb Agreement. Now, today's agenda of the session is to understand what actually Subject-Verb Agreement is. It is at times also called as SVA in short. Subject-Verb Agreement. We are also going to learn some basic rules or some basic pointers that we need to know under subject-verb agreement and understand their application with the help of simple examples. Now, subject-verb agreement is a very important topic of discussion because after learning subject-verb agreement, we will understand and it will help us to construct grammatically correct sentences, and this in turn is going to help us to solve questions like sentence correction and sentence completion. Now, before we jump on to learning subject-verb agreement, let us first recall the definition of verb. A verb is a word that expresses an action or a fact. Hence, it is also called as the action word. Now, the subject-verb agreement, as the name suggests, says that a verb must agree with its subject at all times. Now, to understand this in a much simpler way, the basic rule of subject-verb agreement says that singular subject demands a singular verb and plural subject demands a plural verb. This is the basic rule of the entire subject-verb agreement. Now, usually it is easier for us to frame sentences in past form and future form with the help of simple keywords like was for past and will for future. However, it is at times difficult to frame sentences in present tense, mainly while adding S or ES form to our verb. This is where the problem arises. Hence, we make use of simple pointers stated by subject-verb agreement to understand when to use or how to use a verb form according to our subject. Now, to apply subject-verb agreement or to understand the basic rules of subject-verb agreement, we should first be able to identify the nature of our subject. If we understand the nature of our subject, only then we will be able to use the correct form of verb. So, we must first be able to understand the nature of subject, whether it's singular or plural. So, let us take a look at these simple pointers that one by one to understand the nature of our subject.